Hello everyone, this is Shokora Zouheikyoku aka chocomint, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Teachers with Love and Passion. In this playthrough, we will continue trying out the other endings because this is the full version of the game, so they have added a lot of extra scenes and everything. Everyone got our epilogue now, so we are going to go through that epilogue and also try out the other extra scenes and extra CGs from everyone else. So for now, the new scenes that we have is for Marcus, Leonard, and Edgar. So I believe we are going to see some CGs and scenes from that. And there's also some new bad endings for Marcus, Leonard, and Lawrence. But I won't be showing any bad endings here despite doing it in the background. I will do it in the background, but you're not going to see any here in this video. So generally new scenes and the epilogues for everyone. Very nice. So let's start. I believe the scenes it looks kinda different. Or maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. It's been a while since I played this route. Our last classes were cancelled due to an energy drop on the first floor. I mean, I will read it anyway. The kids were sent home earlier, and I'm about to do the same. Standing at the school's entrance, I watched the rain fall, regretting leaving home without an umbrella with me. Will I be in trouble if I run to the bus stop? I don't want to get sick. Eh? Hey. Oh, hi. Were your classes cancelled too? Yeah, but not soon enough to avoid the rain. Oh no, your laundry. Yes. It is what it is. I'll swallow the pain and clean it all over again tonight. I'm sorry. Marcus takes a deep breath, shaking his head to get rid of the housework haunting his mind. I know how he feels about it, but I can't help the smile on the corner of my lips. His soaking face is cute too. I turn my face back to the street, watching the calm road reflecting the drops echoing around us. It's so quiet. I turn my gaze to his side, finding a man too busy in his own thoughts. Marcus' impenetrable eyes watch the rain like a child lost in fantasy worlds. So peaceful, so close to me. His smile seems to be far away, making me wonder where it is going to land. He turns to me just as seriously as he has always been. It's a shame my heart can't keep the same seriousness as I look back at him. I hate that I can't read his face, and that I don't understand what I feel when I look into his eyes. He doesn't say anything, but I notice his head tilting to the side, scanning my surroundings. Where's your umbrella? Oh, I didn't bring it. I didn't know it was going to rain. Yeah, but you could have left one in your locker just in case. Oh! Just to be safe, you know. Yeah, noted. So, are you planning to stay here until the rain is over? I guess. Or else I have to run to the bus stop. I'll take you there. Eh? Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of space for two people under my umbrella. He takes a step further to the entrance, unfolding it, not waiting for my answer. I watch him, unable to say anything, as I hear my heartbeats getting louder. He holds the handle closer to his chest, turning his gaze to the floor as he tries his best to keep a serious expression under his red cheeks. Come on. Oh, I'm not sure the scene is familiar, but not sure if that's correct. I mean, I have to redo all the route again, and the skip button doesn't work very well. Like in the earlier version of the game, actually, you can't really compare between the games, so okay, we'll see what will happen. What about the cause you trouble? Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes. Ooh, sharing umbrellas together. Very romantic. It's not very practical though. I mean, unless his umbrella is giant, someone's about to get, like, wet on the shoulder. Slightly embarrassed, he nods, waiting for me to come closer. But on the great side, they're going to be walking really closely. Thank you. I walk under it, trying my best to keep a distance between our bodies and still keep up with his pace. Our walk is silent and slow, distant but close. Huge drops hit the material above our heads. Loud, spaced, counting my heartbeats. Suddenly, Marcus takes a step closer. Whoa, CG? Okay, this is definitely a new scene. I mean, I see CG here. And it's a unfamiliar CG I haven't seen before, I think. I look at him, fighting his flushing face, averting his eyes above me. If you stand too far, you will get wet. He whispers in my ear. Oh my. My body is burning, but my skin is cold. I feel like dying inside at the same time that I feel the most alive. I stare at the floor, trying to hide my red face from his sight. My shoulder rubs against his arm, making my heart drop, and my hands hold tighter together in shame. I wish the time could stop right now, so I could live forever in this messy feeling, forgetting about the whole world around us. But it won't happen. The bus stop appears around the corner of our eyes as we get closer to it. Still don't want to say goodbye. At the bus stop, Marcus folds his umbrella, standing next to me. Somehow I feel like we are both avoiding looking at each other. As I'm being swallowed by my thoughts, I hear him muttering a painful moan under his breath. What's wrong? My shoulder is hurting. Cold days make it ache more than usual. Eh? Did you hurt it? Yeah. Did you go to a doctor? Okay, I think this is a familiar scene, I'm sure of it. So we are going to skip through to the epilogue. Saturday afternoon, and as expected, I am entertaining myself at home. The TV is turned on in the living room, filling the house with noise while I'm in the kitchen, placing a mug into the microwave. It would be just like any other weekend if not for the two mugs spinning in front of me, the TV set in a sports channel, and my favorite person is waiting for me in the living room. Oh, that's cute. Quickly, I grab a towel and open the small door above the counter. The sweet scent of a freshly baked cake fills my nostrils, intoxicating me with joy and tenderness. Turning around, I reach for a box of caramel pies to place in the cake, and to finish it, I add chocolate sauce on top. Yeah, it looks cute. If anyone had told me a few months ago that this is how I would end up in a relationship, I would have laughed at them. Before starting this job, I was hurt by a terrible experience. I had scars on my heart and mind, things that forced me to place walls around to protect me from my own feelings. I knew how much it hurt, and I wasn't ready to go through another round of ups and downs. When Marcus and I got together, I was scared it would happen again. I never expected I would be here making a mug cake with a stupid smile on my face and watching soccer with him. Life proved me wrong to be scared when I decided to give myself a chance. We are working our way with love. Some days I go to his house, and sometimes he comes over just to spend the day together. Aww. Sometimes it's about work and sometimes it's just for cuddles. Ow. That's how my life has been. It's the same, but better. And it's enough. Holding the mugs in each hand, I walk to the next room. The first thing I see when I walk in is Marcus sitting on the couch, staring at the TV without blinking. A silly smile crosses my lips as I realize he hasn't noticed me yet, and he is just there, reading silently the tiny lines on the screen. Lately, I have learned a lot of things about him. One, he has been a sports lover from birth. He started playing basketball when he was a little kid. Later at school, he joined the football and soccer team before he learned to swim. He also told me to keep tons of sports albums and magazines in his house. 2, he loves sweets. And that's because his mother is a baker and she used to bring lots of sweet leftovers home when he was small. He didn't learn how to bake, but he learned to love it. 3, he is afraid of dogs and horror movies. He was bitten by his neighbor's dog when he was a child, and since then, he can't get near any dog. Okay, that's some drama there. And 4, he never misses a game. When I think about it now, I realize I have been paying a lot of attention to his small details too. I can tell when he likes something and when he is just being polite without having to ask. It is so strange how much we know about each other when we have been together for such a short time. Somehow it feels like we have always belonged together. What are you doing? His confused voice calls me back to this moment. When I turn my head, I see him looking at me over his shoulder. Nothing. Then why are you smiling? To be honest, I don't know why. I hadn't noticed I was doing it until now. But now that I think about it, I think I have been giggling all day since he came over. Shaking my head, I walk closer to sit by his side and hand him his mug. Marcus doesn't question it, but he keeps staring as if that would be enough to convince me to talk. I don't know. I think I'm just happy. For no reason? Maybe. Or maybe I'm just happy because I realized I love you so much. Oh, that's a straight. Very straightforward. What do you mean, realized it? Didn't you love me from the start? Of course I do. But I just noticed how happy this love makes me feel. I guess I just love you more now. Damn it. Not giving me time to speak, Marcus leaned closer, pulling my shoulder towards his chest in a gentle hug. For a moment, I don't react. I have no reason to complain. I just stay quiet there, feeling his warm embrace in my body and his scent stirring my feelings inside. Marcus' breathing is slow and quiet, easy to follow and to feel safe. It feels good, but I don't understand why he decided to do this out of a sudden while saying nothing. Just then, slowly, I noticed a muffled sound becoming louder, like a drum, bass and strong. The sound resonates inside me. Can you hear it? Yes. It means I'm happy too. He whispers timidly close to my ear. My heart skipped so many beats I thought I was going to die. I don't know if he was trying to punish me for embarrassing him or if he was just sharing his feelings. Either way, I'm happy he did it. Turning around, he looks at the mug he left on the table. Like a curious kid, he takes it closer to his face, smiling and staring, trying his best to guess what is inside. What is it? Chocolate cake filled with caramel bites. Looks good. I hope it tastes good too. Marcus smiles, shaking his head as if telling me it can only taste good. As we are about to take a bite, the reporter on TV announced the beginning of the game. Sitting back, we excitedly get ourselves ready to shout and have fun in this match too. After a long hour of yelling, gasping, and cheering, the game is finally over. Looking at us, exhausted and confused, on the couch makes me smile. It was a great match, but I still can't believe Marcus turned me into a sports enthusiast. It was a close win. Yeah, but they could have made it easier. You saw how the guy was trying to have the ball all to himself? Yeah, that was terrible. If he trusted his teammates, I'm sure they could have done it better. Not everything is about individual skills. What? Nothing. It's just fun to see how passionate you are about it. Oh, not just soccer. I mean, you are always excited to talk about all sports. You really know a lot. Yeah, I guess I do. And you love it too. What's wrong? I have been wondering about something for a while now, but I don't know if I should talk about it. Why? Because I don't know if it is going to make you feel bad. Well, of course not. You don't even know what I want to say. Yeah, but just knowing you are worried about me is enough to know you don't want to hurt me. It's okay, Hannah. You know you can talk to me about anything. I'm your boyfriend, right? Alright. Okay, then. Why don't you try to go swimming again? He was hugging me when I said it. I could feel almost instantly his muscles turning rigid after hearing my words. Panicking that I may have triggered some bad memories, I tried to explain my thoughts better. I know your story and the problems you have faced, but still, I don't like to see you holding back from doing something you love. I mean, you don't need to do it professionally or do it at all, but maybe don't restrict yourself to the fun part. After hearing my own words, I'm not sure if I did the right thing. I mean it when I say I want to see him enjoying it again, but I don't know what he can do after all the stress he faced. And yet, Marcus showed me no disapproval. He didn't even let go of me. Instead, he gave himself time to think deeper about it. You know, people told me the same thing before. His body slowly starts to relax as the words come out of his mouth. I feel his hand caressing my arm as he talks softly, remembering something not so tragic. They said I shouldn't quit but search for a way to enjoy it. Somehow, some people believed I was meant to do this. Throwing his head back on the couch, he looks at the ceiling. His eyes are moving from side to side as if memories are being streamed in front of me. To be honest, I miss those days. I miss spending time in the pool, looking at the sky, and letting the waters carry my thoughts away. But he holds me tighter as if those words were way too hard to be pronounced out loud. As much as I miss it, I'm also scared. It's been so long since the last time I did that. I don't think I can face it again. Fear overflows his eyes as he turns his face away from me. He is not afraid of showing me his weakness, but to acknowledge it is what hurts him so much. Slowly, not to scare him, I touch his face, bringing it back to me. I want him to see me, not the monsters in the dark corner of his mind. You don't need to do it all alone. I am here now and I can help you be stronger. I mean, we could start small if you want to. Like, what do you think about teaching me how to swim first? What, you don't know how to swim? Yeah, I never told anyone, but I didn't learn it at school. And in the end, I ended up being afraid of it. Wait, so are you telling me you want to try if you are afraid? Yeah, I think I will be fine if you are with me. Maybe we can overcome our fears together. For a moment, he doesn't say anything, shocked to even hear my confession. But slowly, a smile comes to his face, erasing the dark clouds in his eyes. I can't tell you for sure right now, but I promise to think about it. That's enough for me. He hugs me tighter, kissing the top of my forehead. It takes a weight on my chest to know I can talk about this with him. Maybe he decides to love things as they are, or maybe not. What matters to me is that he knows I'm with him no matter what he does. Suddenly, I hear him mutter something as he checks his phone. What's wrong? I just remember Edgar and Leo are coming to my house next week. We are going to watch the finals. Oh, cool. So are you guys having a boys' night? No. I want you to be there too. Are you sure? I mean, Edgar is going to tease the hell out of you if I am around. I know that. But it is the big game and you have been watching the whole season with me, so... I can't control the large smile on my face to know that he wants me in his life all the time too. It's hard to explain in words how happy I feel every time he shows his feelings to me. It's more than I could ask for. I would love to be there. Nice. But the match will happen at night, right? Are the boys slipping over too? No, just you and me. Oh my, oh, okay. Are you going to share a bed or do you have a guest room for that? My imagination runs wilder than I can control. His words set a fire inside my stomach. Oh my, Hannah. Ooh, spicy, Hannah. Biting my lips, I look up to make sure I'm not the only one thinking about it. Above me, his face shines red, and his eyes overflow with timid lust. Ooh, she's good. Ooh. He hugs me tighter, pressing his lips against my ear. Unless you don't want it.
I didn't say that. He laughed softly, pulling me closer in a heartfelt hug.
So it's set. Now, how about taking a stroll?
Sounds good. My legs are getting stiff.
Yeah, let's go. I'll get your keys.
Standing up from the couch, he runs to the kitchen while I turn off the TV. This is the life we have been living lately. We go to work, we walk in parks, we laugh, we talk, and we love. There is nothing fancy about it. But it is exactly what makes my heart bump every day. And I hope it lasts for a long time.
Nice. So that was Marcus and the epilogue and extra scene. Nice. Next up, I think we are going to try out Leonard. Yes, Leo. Come on, let's go, Leo. Okay, I think this scene is a bit different than what I remember. Not sure though. So the general context is that Leonard is helping Hannah carrying their luggage back home, I believe. So, on the way home, we talk a little about our boring days inside and what plans we still have for the weekends. Sometimes we laugh, and sometimes we just walk quietly, embarrassed by each other's presence. We take our time, keeping the pace low and steady, and I really wish my heart was the same. With every conversation, I became more and more conscious about my decision. What will I do when we get to my house? Will a simple goodbye be enough? And what if I invite him in? Am I ready to face whatever happens after it? What am I thinking about? Shaking my head fervently, I push all the thoughts away. I can't lose my cool now that we are close to my house. We are here. Really? It's quite close to the city.
I wasn't joking when I said I live near the school.
That's convenient.
As we talk, we approach the gates too fast, giving me no time to come to terms with my thoughts. Leonard stands by my side as I stare at the metal bars in front of me. I have no idea what to do now. Silence surrounds us, trapping our minds between walls of hesitation and silent wishes. No one wants to say goodbye, but no one is ready to say it aloud. I look at him. Drops of sweat pop on his forehead while his eyes scan the place, looking for something to say. I need an excuse, and I need it before it gets more awkward. Do the same as Leonard. I look around until my gaze lands on my hands, finding the rosary staring back at me. Like a light in the dark tunnel, a memory shines behind my eyes, making me gasp loudly.
Something wrong?
No, nothing wrong. I was wondering if you would like to come in. Yeah, since you are here. And maybe help me with dinner, like we said the other day.
Ooh, what an excuse to go.
I didn't plan on saying it, just as I didn't plan on feeling this heartburn of fully true feelings churning in my thoughts. Leonard stares at me with puzzled eyes, but he doesn't say anything, not even to ask me to say it again. Regret set its claws on my heart with no intention of letting go. I bite my tongue and stare back at him, unable to blink or react at all. I could pretend I said something absurd and just brush it off like Leonard always does. I'm sure he would understand my feelings, but I just can't. Because deep down, I want to hear his answer. And even more, deep down, I want him to say yes. Slowly the color in his pale face starts to get warmer.
Are you serious?
Yes. I have been thinking about it since you said that. Inviting your friends to your house shouldn't be something special, but for both of us, it has a different meaning,
Especially when you have feelings.
I have learned Leonard likes to keep his distance and respect everyone's personal space. I know that because I am the same. So, seeing him showing me such a heartfelt smile to have me by his side means all doors are open now. My heart bounced, forcing the claws to release the grip around it. This is my chance to make a proper invitation. So, would you like to come in?
Yes, I would love to.
I don't know how many layers of protection Leonard has put on himself to take so long to understand his own feelings, but it sure doesn't seem like to Bill. That's why every time it takes too long to understand what I say, I wait. And that's why it always makes me so happy when he smiles like this. With glowing eyes and blushing cheeks, Leonard nods excitedly, like a puppy after its owner. Laughing, I grab the keys and open the door with a light heart beating joyfully in my chest. After breaking through the barrier of awkwardness and shyness, we finally walk into the house. Having gone through an embarrassing situation together certainly brought us closer and lessened the nervousness haunting our thoughts. Showing him the entrance, I lead Leonard through the living room until we reach the kitchen next door.
I don't know why, but your house is exactly what I expected from you. It is comfy, pretty, and safe.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like you.
As comfortable as we are with each other, it's still embarrassing to see his smile dying on his lips as his eyes glow in such red light. He is blushing, just like me. However, this time he is not hiding or stopping himself from saying what he is thinking.
He is trying to put the move on you, girl.
And I see how hard he is trying not to do it by the way he shakes his hands. But there is another thing I noticed. For the first time, Leonard is looking at me while still blushing. It's embarrassing, but the feeling is so nice. This time, I am the one forced to turn away and run from this feeling overflow in my chest. Let's put the bags on the table.
Of course.
I don't want the same scene from before to repeat itself now and ruin everything for us. Quickly and unceremoniously, the two of us enter the kitchen, taking different positions. Leonard sorts the ingredients for tonight on the table while I place the rest on the cabinet.
Were you planning to do pasta?
Hearing his confused voice, I quickly look back. Behind the counter in the center, he stared at the back of a bucket with a curious expression on his face. Yep, it's been a while since I did some. And I really can't remember the last time I ate it.
Okay, so you got pasta, tomatoes. What about meat?
Eh?
What? Don't tell me you plan to eat pasta without meatballs.
Oh,
You did?
That's not it. I just...
Yes?
It's kind of embarrassing to say it, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
my face is burning again. Why is he so quiet now?
would it be okay if I teach you? I mean, it's okay if you don't want it. Pasta is fine by being just pasta, but I thought it would be cool.
I want that. The meat is in the fridge.
Okay.
In sync, we both turn our backs to each other, facing the different doors and making no moves. It is usual for a duo to be made by a shy person and a more extroverted person. That's what keeps the balance. Keeping this line of thought, when a duo with two equal personalities is born, does it mean we are creating instability?
No? Maybe? No, I don't think so.
That's the only explanation I have for the awkwardness that keeps happening with us.
Maybe both just need to be more comfortable, I mean.
Can we make it worse? Thinking about it, I hear Leonard opening the fridge, and I decide to go back to work. If I don't do something about my feelings now, I don't think I will be able to make this dinner happen the way we planned. After a few quiet minutes, we are finally done. With everything set on the table, Leonard checks the ingredients one last time to make sure we haven't forgotten anything.
Pasta, tomatoes, meat, milk, eggs, onion, parsley, salt, pepper, and...
Is something missing now?
breadcrumbs.
Why would you need that?
To make meatballs. Do we need that? I don't think so. Maybe it's a new recipe. I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't seen anyone do that. Bread has a good absorption. It helps the meat to stick together and stay moist. Okay?
Oh. What?
You look like this information just changed your life.
It did. I never thought about it before. I really would mess it up if I tried doing it by myself.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad too, I wanted to say. But instead, only a sincere smile crossed my lips. Turning around, I help him with the crumbs before moving on to the next stage. With that part finally out of the way, Leonard and I split into two positions. I'm taking care of the pasta while he has the meatballs ready. It was a mutual decision, and the best one we've done thus far. But even if we were on different tasks, we did not stop talking to each other. Quite the opposite. While Leonard mixed the ingredients on the table, he told me old stories, things about the teachers and all the times Edgar got him into trouble. There were times he would laugh, sometimes he would sulk, and even times he would scream. All of this without forgetting to teach me how to make meatballs. The kitchen was loud with my questions, his instructions, and our silly conversations between. Something that hasn't happened in a long time. For a moment, I was so comfortable with his presence that it felt like he had been living with me for months. It was a strange but comfortable feeling. I take a look at the pot on my right. The noodles are almost finished cooking. I turn back, finding him taking pieces of the mixture in his hands and making small round shapes in his hand.
Now we are going to fry it a bit, enough to soak the meat. And then we let it cook in the tomato sauce.
Really? I thought we should only add the sauce to the pasta.
You can do that, but it won't be juicy like meat is supposed to be.
Okay, I'm taking notes.
Ooh, CG, nice.
Leonard laughs, rolling up his sleeves before reaching for the frying pan. From behind, I watch Leonard check the oil and make a dry mess when a few drops spit out on his skin. Luckily, he doesn't get burned. 1, 2, 3, 4. One by one, the meatballs are placed in the hot oil. Soon, the frying sound fills the room, bringing out the sweet aroma around us.
I really hope I don't mess it up now.
Leonard whispers as he turns the meat with a fork. I pretend not to hear it, but I can't hide the smile on my face. He is still thinking about it, thinking about me. And it's kind of funny because all this time, I am also thinking about him. Curiously, I lean over to watch his work from her shoulder. Oh, it looks so good.
Oh, that looks so nice. That's a nice CG too. Very domestic. It looks just like you're married.
The smell is making me hungry.
That's good to hear. How is it on your side?
I think it's done. I'm going to drain the water now.
Alright. Then I will add the sauce and let it cook for a moment.
Okay. Nodding to each other, we turn our backs one last time. It's time to finish it up. In the end, Leo helped me clean the small mess in the kitchen while I was setting the table. Now, sitting facing each other, I look at my plate, proud of the beautiful food we have made. Cooking is truly fun when you do it with someone you like.
Well, let's eat.
Hungry as I am, I don't hold back after hearing his words. Happy and ready to enjoy the glory of all hard work, I take a big forkful to my mouth. The meat is just as juicy as Leonard had predicted, and the noodles are soft and salty, just the way I like it. Flavor and texture mingle on my tongue, bringing a gel-like smile to my lips.
We did a great job.
Leonard's joyful voice brings me back to the moment. I look up to see him smiling with a sauce stand on the corner of his lips. I'm happy to have made such a delicious dinner with him, and I'm sure the food is making my heart happy as well. But what I am feeling now is quite different from it all. What is this feeling? It's beyond happiness.
I'm glad I didn't mess it up with my work, huh? I feel terrible after trying to impress you so hard. Anyway, I didn't know we could make such a fancy dinner so fast.
Right. I guess it was easier because we were together.
Yeah.
Together. The words repeat themselves in the silence, raising questions from the dark corners of my heart.
Things are better when we are together.
Ooh. I really enjoy it.
That's a cute smile.
Suddenly, we notice the silence making its presence louder, and we finally see the situation we are in. My hand loses its strength, hitting the fork on the plate. Our eyes do not stray. The sound of the cars outside is quieter than the beating of my heart.
I wish we...
He stops. Fear is holding his hand. I can see. He looks at me, confused, happy and scared. And I just wait until he is ready to say whatever he wants to.
I wish we could do things like this again.
Me too. Let's do it again. Without having to say much more, Leonard embraces me as no one else has done before. His emperor's words and his sincere feelings are healing wounds I haven't shown him yet. This is enough for me to want to have him by my side many times more. With no more shameful things to say, we turn our attention to the food waiting on our plates. We talk through the night about little nothings that make our time together more joyful. After we are done, Leonard helps me clean up before leaving. The last good night was awkward again, but it was also filled with a strong feeling that we would see each other again in a place like this. Oh, that was a really nice scene. So cute. Very domestic, I love it. Okay, next. Epilogue. Sun is high in the sky, and people are chatting loudly everywhere. The city is going chaotic early in the morning. And yet, here I am, leaning against a bus stop as the merciless sun burns my face. How long will I have to wait? Was that a deja vu? Just like my first day at work, I'm back at the bus stop waiting for someone. But instead of feeling anxious about it, this time, I'm worried about arriving too early because I was too excited to wait at home. Today, Leonard is taking me to my very first anime meeting. Ooh, nice! Ooh, sounds very exciting actually. Ooh. Looking from side to side at the streets, I think about all the things I might see today, like cosplayers, merch, and a lot of things. Exciting. I still remember Leonard's shocked face when I told him I had no idea what a fan meeting was like. That day he made sure to tell me about his experience and how amazing it was to be in a place full of smiles and people like him. It sounded so magical to me that I ended up agreeing to go with him the next time an event like that happened here. It's been months, but it finally happened. Now I am here, waiting for him after spending 2 long weeks planning the whole thing. It was a bit exhausting to keep up with his plans, but it was also interesting. Last night when I called to check on him, Leonard sounded both nervous and playful to share this moment with me. That's why I am so excited to see him today and see what his world looks like. This is the first time I am going to accompany him into something he loves, so I will make sure to pay attention and make good memories with him. I think we deserve to have some fun after all that happened. Leonard's secret, our relationship, and Eric. One misunderstanding led to another until we had no place to run. After the day in Leonard's room, we decided to meet everyone and talk about what was happening. Edgar still teases Leonard about the chat room mistake, and Christy is always around me to make sure I am happy with him. But as expected, Eric didn't react well to it. He didn't try anything against us, especially because he knew Thomas was on our side. But it was all over his face that my decision to be with Leonard hurt him. 2 days after our relationship became official, Eric was gone, leaving no trace behind. At first, it was scary. We couldn't predict what he was planning or if he was planning anything at all. I still remember that distressing week well. Leonard would spend most nights with me at my house, and on the weekend, I would sleep at his house. We kept this routine for months until we were finally safe again. It's been only 3 weeks since we went back to our normal daily lives, and sometimes we still look over our shoulders. It's hard not to keep our guard up all the time, but at least it is not an issue holding us back from living life before. Taking a long breath, I look up at the sky. Not a single cloud in sight, only the hopeful blue color above our heads. The same color I want to paint our future. Hannah. Deep in my thoughts, I hear a voice running towards me, timidly calling my name. A soft, gentle voice, shouting broken words on trembling lips. The only voice that makes my heart pound and stomach turn cold with excitement. Spinning on my heels, I look for the pleasant face I have been so eager to see. However, when I see him, my cheerful expression freezes, as my eyes only stare dumbfounded. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That's very pretty actually. Woo! There you go, man. Oh my god. It's so pretty. Very pretty, Leonard. It suits you very well actually. Very, very pretty. I'm not sure if he has makeup on, but very pretty. I love the colors, the blue colors. And also, that hair though. Anyway, generally very pretty. In front of me, a tall person stands with black collar wig, a fluffy blue dress, and beautiful makeup. Also, so they're all makeup, but wow, that's a good skill, makeup skill. I would love to be taught that. This same person is also wearing long silk clothes and a white bow on the back that you can easily see without having to turn around. This person is Leonard. Leonard Marion Superstar. For long minutes, the shock forces me to remain silent. All I do is stare at him up and down a few times in awe. The man in front of me is my boyfriend, and he looks prettier than any girl I have seen. Nice. Very nice girl. Very nice. Yum. Yum yum yum. Hey. Sorry to keep you waiting. Hearing his voice brings my attention back to his face, only to realize the face behind it. Leonard is holding a gentle smile, but his hands are tightening his grip around his wand. He is out of breath, but I don't think it's because of running to meet me. After all this time together, I learned about his low confidence and issues with showing himself to others. Looking at him now, I can't imagine how hard it must be for him to come out of the house like this. His smile slowly fades away. I think staying quiet isn't helping him feel better. Yeah, definitely. Oh no, don't worry. It was my fault for coming early. Really? Yeah, and looking at you, I totally understand your reasons. Tell me you were dressing up like this. Because I wasn't going to. I decided last night when you called me. Seriously? Yeah, it's been a while since I did it. Last time, I told myself I would never do it in public again. But you were excited, and it made me excited. Ooh. So I thought, I want to do it just one more time. Very pretty. His voice is loud, out of rhythm, and choppy, thanks to the tears he is holding back in his throat. I can't tell if all these feelings talking over him, are from relief or fear or freedom. But whatever it is, I know it is confusing him, and that alone can drag him into a dark place. I know talking won't be enough to calm him down. So slowly, I reached out to him, and gently, I take his hand in mine. His eyes widen at the touch. Slowly, his lips touch one another, sealing his thoughts away. I'm glad you did. Because honestly, you are Marine. Are you? Yes, Leonard. Do you see yourself in the mirror? You look stunning. Yes. Stunning? You don't think this is weird? Leonard stares at me, shocked, embarrassed, and even a little happy. He knows I would never say that about him. But for some reason, he keeps forcing himself to say these negative things. It's some kind of defense mechanism. He doesn't want to have positive expectations in something that has always brought him so much disappointment. It's hard to deal with this side of him, but luckily I'm patient, and I love him a lot. A lot. Would you call Marin weird? No. Then you have my answer. I told you already. You are fine just the way you are. And you are the prettiest boyfriend.
Nice! Very nice. Yes, the prettiest boyfriend indeed. No, that's too much. Cute.
Embarrassed, he laughs it off, trying to hide the heart blushing on his face with his other hand. That was the expression I wanted to see. Now I know he is ready to go. Still holding his hand, I look from side to side at the bus stop. So, are we getting the bus to the mall?
Yes, please. My shoes are killing me.
What? But the heels are not even that high.
Wait, really? Really? I thought you did this before. What? It's my first time, Hannah. Show some empathy.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
Then why are you laughing?
He tried to scold me by deepening his voice, but that wasn't enough to hide his own smile. I can't wait to see the place.
Yeah.
Suddenly, he pulls away from me, scratching the top of his cheek. There's a red alert. He is hiding something from me. What's wrong?
I think I mentioned it before, but just to make it clear, this isn't a big event.
How is it not big? We have been planning everything for 2 weeks.
I know, but that's because I wanted to make it perfect for you, not because of the meeting.
Oh!
So, I'm sorry if I gave you high expectations, but it's really not that special.
He is doing that again, but this time, he is worried about hurting me. Don't worry about that. I'm already having fun and we are not there yet.
Well, maybe it will be better this time.
Between laughs and affection, Leonard talks to me about what I can expect today, both good and bad things. The bus takes a little longer to arrive, but that doesn't ruin our plans. The waiting was enough to give us more time to relax and enjoy each other's company.
Yes, we get to see the event! Yee! And also the CG is new, I think.
Hand in hand, we arrive at the mall after a long bus drive. Not long because it is far from the city, but because of everyone coming at us to ask for pictures. I'm not going to lie. It was fun to see people's reactions walking in and see Marina at the seat holding my hand. Leonard was shaking most of the time, but I could see in his eyes that small light shining with joy. He is finally living his dream. Now that I look at him, I can see how exhausted he is, and yet he is walking happily with me, eager to show the whole place. It is just like he described to me before, a large room filled with stands of food, merch, and art. But being here is more magical than just words can explain. From kids to older parents, people walk around dressed as their favorite characters, people who are truly happy to be here. We spend most of our time running and hunting furiously for marine merchandise. It was fun. I didn't expect to join his excitement so easily, but before I knew it, I was already fighting all the fans for exclusive pins.
Oh jeez, guys. Sounds really fun.
After all that walking and some streaming, we decided to sit down and eat something. Now sitting at a quiet bench with him, I enjoy my meal taking a better look at the place. In the corner of my eye, I see a poster on the pillar calling my attention. What is this?
Oh, it's a cosplay contest. It's getting more popular each year. I see. With this makeup, I can see your lashes better now. Very pretty lashes too, though.
Interesting. Are you going to join it?
What? No way, never.
Why? You worked hard on this and you look perfect.
It's not perfect. There are many flaws in my dress, and my makeup is melting. Look, you can see hot glue here. This is a contest. It's important to be perfect.
No, Leo, it's important to have fun with other people.
I hate it when you are right.
He gives up arguing too quickly. I can barely hold back the laughter. Maybe I am really right about it. Or maybe he just doesn't want to argue because he is interested too. Casting his eyes down to his lap, Leonard tries to run away from my gaze. Watching him poking his food brings an innocent smile to my lips. I love how honest he is. I know he is thinking deeply about it, and that's why I decide to stay quiet. If I say anything, I may scare him to the point he will be too stubborn to change his mind.
Do you really think I should do it?
He whispers with buck cheeks. It is almost like he is mad at himself for wanting something for himself. Of course, I think everyone would like to see it too.
But it will be embarrassing.
Because you haven't done it yet. I'm sure it will feel different when you are there.
Maybe.
Look, you don't need to force yourself to do it. I'm just saying it because you are staring at the poster for too long. I know you want to do it, so go for it. Biting his lips, he looks at the poster again and then back to the floor. There is a battle happening inside him where only one side is going to win. After a few minutes of thinking, he holds his head up again, trying his best to look serious.
Okay, but you need to come with me.
Of course I will. And I will tell everyone you are my boyfriend.
Please don't.
I'm happy to hear his decision. I only hope that under all this nervousness, he is happy too. I know he will be fine, and if he gives up, I will be there to take him home.
Ooh. Okay, what's the result? Oh, not yet? Okay.
Signing him in was easy. It didn't take longer than 5 minutes. The hard part came later when we found out the contest was about to start, and he had no time to prepare. Our hard work to give him confidence went down the drain in a matter of seconds. Leonard was panicking while I dragged him into the line. He told me to forget it because there were more important things to do, but I didn't listen to him. I would agree to give up if Leonard was telling me that, but those words came from the voices in his head. It took me around 10 minutes to calm him down, but I finally managed to control his breathing. Now, standing by his side, we wait in line. I am biting my fingers. Leonard is shaking. We are a dysfunctional couple trying to help each other.
I think I'm next.
I look up. There are only 2 more people in front of him.
Oh God.
It's not much, but I think it will give me enough time to calm him. Leo.
Yes?
The moment he turns to look at me, I jump on him, wrapping my arms around his neck. For a moment, he doesn't respond. He doesn't even breathe. Worried I might scare him, I hug him tightly, trying to connect my heart to his. Slowly, he lets go of his tusk, searching for my body to wrap it in a hug.
Oh, he looks even better this close-up. Damn! Dang! Ooh! What a pretty face. Okay.
You are going to be fine.
How do you know that?
Because you are Marin's superstar, and she always finds a way to save the day. I didn't say that just to calm him, but because that's what I think of him. When things were bad between us, he found a way to reach me. Yes, it was awkward and weird, but it worked. That's Leonard. He knows his way, but it's not the same as the others do. His expression softens, and a smile finally appears. I finally reached his heart.
Have I said that I love you today? Ooh!
I don't remember.
Then let me say it, just in case.
Leaning back a little to look deeper into my eyes, he tilts his head, resting his hands on my waist.
I love you, Hannah, and I'm thankful for having you in my life. To be honest with you, I was worried about dressing up like this. I cried a few times because I was scared of what you would think.
His confession takes me by surprise. I tried to hide it, but it's easy to see the painful feeling slithering down my throat.
But every time I thought about giving up, I remembered you telling me not to be ashamed of myself. So I did it because of you. And I'm going to do it again now, thanks to you.
The smile on his face is so pure and honest that it feels divine. It's almost like the light at the end of a dark tunnel.
I know I still have a lot to learn before I can be confident, but I want to keep trying because of you.
This is the first time I hear him talking so proud of himself. My heart bounds as his face turns red with joy. I lean in to close the distance between us, but before I can touch him, we hear the staff calling his name. He looks up, nodding. Then he turns at me one last time, trying not to shake.
Okay, here I go.
Wait.
What? Oh my! Ooh, scandalous, guys! I mean, the video is nice and all, but I hope you won't be impressed later on. Though very scandalous. Extra news! Incoming news! Married superstar have been found kissing his girlfriend in public. How scandalous! Okay.
It's sudden, awkward, but needed. I close my eyes, feeling my heart pounding against my chest, knowing he is probably staring wildly at me. When I pull back, I see his face burning and a shaky smile coloring his expression.
Yes, a kiss for motivation.
I love you. Now go and win the prize for us, Marin.
Leave it to me.
Flashing me one last bright smile, he runs into the stage, not giving his task a chance to look back. It's a cosplay contest with no prize at all. A simple event for many, but a change in step for him. Watching from under, he really looks like a hero. And I guess he is my heroine boy. Ah, I will keep rooting for him until he sees what I am seeing now.
Okay, so we don't see the results of this, but it's fine. Very cute, a raise motivation, a kiss for motivation indeed. And that should be a good point to pause in our playthrough today. So for each new events and epilogue is quite long, so I'm going to cut it in half. So in this playthrough we have markers and learners, events, and epilogue. And in the next video we will continue with Mr. Hansen and Eggers. I mean, not Mr. Hansen. Okay, Mr. Hansen. Yes. So for the epilogue, it was very cute. It was so long too. Ooh, it was a crazy. I love it. Very cute. It also gives a resolution, kind of an open ending, but also a happy ending for the couple. For example, asking Marcus to swim again. I guess it's to overcome his trauma and his sadness. And then we have Leonard trying to be brave to cosplay and register for a cosplay contest. So that was really nice. And he is very pretty. Ooh, what a pretty marine superstar. Yes. Anyway, that should be all for our playthrough of Teachers with Love and Passion. Thank you for watching. And so that should be all in the for playthrough today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on our next playthrough. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next playthrough of Teachers with Love and Passion. Bye bye!